Hey, what's going on, my friend? This is Brian Kane out of Sacramento, California. Right now, you're probably watching this video because you're in internet marketing right now. You've actually been struggling to make sales online, even with using a system such as like Empower Network. Because as you know, there's only two things that matter in internet marketing, and it's actually traffic and conversions. Here with Empower Network, we actually have a system that takes care of all of the conversions, from taking your leads and getting their information, taking them to a sales page, giving them a chance to directly just buy on the spot. And if they don't do that, being able to follow up with them and keep sending them back to the offer until they simply just make that decision and simply just buy everything now. And they do it right then and they do it right there. But what if you are still struggling with just doing that? Then what I want to share with you is how you can actually take yourself out of the picture, because you're probably repelling sales. You probably have people that want to buy from you, but you're just repelling sales. You're getting in your own way. And so what I want to share with you is actually a little bit about my background and a little bit about where I came from, because I think it will help you. And by the end of this video, I promise you, if you stick with me, what's going to happen is we're going to put you in the right place so that way you can get your first sale online. So keep your mind open. Now, what happened was, over the course of the years with me and my mom, we've actually been struggling for a long time. We've actually landed in that homeless position where we stayed in a hotel for 2 weeks until we were able to get on our feet. We even more recently, we're struggling to pay the rent. We're struggling to put food on the table. I actually sold my car and kept my motorcycle. Now the motorcycle I had around for fun, and it was fun at first, but then it became a necessity as I was trying to save money on gas, and I was trying to go to work, and I was trying to do the necessities in life with my motorcycle, even through the winter, even through the storms, even over the slick roads. And it was one day that I actually was driving, and this one lady, she crossed over to my side of the street, whether she was texting or looking at the stereo, whatever it was. There wasn't any brakes involved until after I was on top of the car flying off. I was on top of the car flying off. And the reason why I'm still here today is I don't know what it was, whether it was luck, whether it was the grace of God, but I'm here today because I went into home business, because I realized that at that instant, because I was broke, because I couldn't afford a car, because I couldn't afford a faster bike to be able to get out of that position faster, I was almost killed. And so because I was broke, I was almost killed. And so that had driven me to the home business, struggled in the home business for a while, came to the internet marketing arena, and even struggled here a little bit too. And that's when I realized I was getting in my own way. And it wasn't until I was working my telemarketing job, because I realized that I needed skills. I thought I needed skills on the phone, and it wasn't just luck that will pull you through that. If you want to make it in internet marketing, if you want to make it in the home business, it's going to be your own will and determination to be able to get through over the speed bumps and be able to get better personal development wise, and also skill wise, to be able to get to where you need to be. I thought I needed skills on the phone, but in less than 2.5 months, I put myself on the #1 spot on the leaderboards. I was making more money than everyone else on the floor. And in the middle of May, I was actually recognized for Impact Player of the Month, Employee of the Month. And that same exact day that I did that, just a few days later, I called in one morning and I said, I quit, I can't do this anymore. And the same exact morning, I went on a road trip with a buddy of mine to Atlanta, Georgia. I live in Sacramento, California, so that was about a 36-hour drive, a 2,400-mile road trip just one way, and we had to come back. Now, we went through some quite a big cities, and more in this one city that we went to was a little city called Albuquerque, New Mexico. We're coming down this hill, and we just see this ocean. In fact, I want you to see this real quick. It was an ocean, except it wasn't an ocean of water, it was an ocean of city. If I could pan this to the left, if I could pan this to the right, what you would see is that there would be more city. Now, I was actually struggling to make a few sales here and there, and what happened was just seeing the numbers that I could go through, because I was actually cold calling, preframing homeowners for a next day solar sale. And I said, no one's going to buy this. And next thing you know, I went through the numbers, and a whole bunch of people just simply bought now. And so I realized that you just had to go through the numbers, but now I saw the abundance firsthand. And it wasn't just this city. We went through Nashville, we went through Memphis, we went through Atlanta, we went through St. Louis, we went through Salt Lake City, we went through Reno, Nevada. We actually came back through some of our own cities. And so there's a whole bunch of cities out there where I got to see the abundance firsthand, and I wasn't listening to the radio. I was actually listening to inner circle audios, for those of you who are in Power Network, or just motivational audio. So I was actually resetting my mindset, and it was by no coincidence, or at least in my opinion, that I was able to come back. And as soon as I got back from the road trip, just a few days later, about 3-4 days later, I was able to have my first 4 sales, my first 4 viral blogging system sales in less than 24 hours. And so from after then, about late May to whatever it is now, I was able to get over 20 sales in Empower Network. With this strategy here, I was able to generate over 669 leads. You can see my tracking there for proof. And I was able to just go ahead, and I got top 150 here at the San Diego event. So, I mean, I'm showing you that it actually does work. And for someone like me that was actually struggling, getting in my own way, there is room and there is opportunity for you to be able to get your first sale here. And if you do exactly what I'm saying, I'm going to cut out all of the other stuff. So I'm not going to make this too complicated. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to make it very streamlined and a very streamlined process. So that way you can get started now and you can be able to start getting results now, and you can get your first sale, get your mindset in the right place, get it together. And so that way you can have results influence more results. Now, what was the strategy I was using? The platform that I used when I came back was actually Craigslist. And now I posted Craigslist ads before, and so this is where I actually believe it's 100% mindset, because I posted ads and I never got results. So why did I get results now? Is because I was able to start taking more risk, and I was able to start trying out different stuff, and started getting more creative with my ads. And so just to let you know why I use Craigslist, why I use this site right here, and it's simply because if you come over to alexa.com, type in craigslist.org, you'll see right now that Craigslist has an Alexa ranking of number 9. It usually floats between 7 and 9. Today it's number 9, but at this point, at this given time, at you watching this video right now, in this moment, there's only 8 other sites ranked within the US that get more traffic than Craigslist. So where the hell is all the traffic on Craigslist? And I'm actually going to show you that right now, because look at this. If you come to my tracking, you'll see that I went from 18 clicks to 1,700 clicks. Why did I do that? It's not because it got ghosted, flagged, or spammed, or got shut down. What happened was I just found out where the traffic was hanging out. Because if you've ever gone to Google, you'll see the heat map, and you'll see that if whatever keyword you type, that first, second, third link get all the traffic, and then any links below that, you're lucky if you get any traffic at all. It's kind of like that on Craigslist. There's certain sections where you're going to find a lot of traffic. The first section is actually going to be in the real estate section. So if you've ever tried posting any houses for sale, or seen any of those listings, they get quite a few offers, and they get quite a few responses. And it's not, and I mean, it's mainly because the traffic is there. If you've ever tried selling a car on Craigslist, I don't know if you've ever tried selling a car and have it sold in like 30 minutes. It's not because the car is special. Well, sometimes it is, but it's because there's that much traffic there. You're gonna get responses. You're gonna get people asking about the vehicle just because there's that many people hanging out there. Some other items on here too. I've just noticed it more with the auto section. And the section that's more relevant to home business is actually the job section. So where I was posting the general section, the small business section, here's where I went from 18 clicks to 1,700 clicks right here. So what I want you to do is, if you don't have a Craigslist account, set one up right now. And what I want you to do is, after you do that, set it up with Gmail, set it up with Yahoo, but after you do that, go ahead and come to the marketing section. Go to the marketing section right now. You'll notice that there's not very many ads here. I mean, there is, but you can even, like, the third day still on the first page. And so what I want you to do is, I want you to post in the marketing section for a couple reasons. One, so that way your ad sticks a little bit longer, but what happens is you're going to notice the bulk of your traffic comes from the first day. From the first day. And so even though it may be here, you're going to notice that this is going to be significantly less. And I think I found the reason why is because what happens is you could actually post in any of these sections, but the bulk of your traffic is actually going to come from people who have jobs already, or maybe they just want a part-time job. But there's going to be more people clicking this thing and coming from ad to ad to ad to ad to ad to ad to ad. And it's also like a Prius. Craigslist is like a Prius. For example, if you have a car and you're driving it down the freeway, you're going to get more gas mileage driving on the freeway than you are going to get it in the city. But with a Prius, what happens, because the electrical engine takes over, you're going to get more miles in the city than you would on the freeway. And that's kind of the way that Craigslist is, in the sense that you don't want to stand out. You don't want to have all these stars, because you're going to have people that just like hang out in Craigslist and flag stuff. They're going to go to all of those headings that stand out, and they're just going to simply flag it. So what you want to do is you actually want to stand in with your marketing, have titles that actually match with everything else. So that way you can go ahead and you can stay on a little bit Craigslist, stay on Craigslist a little bit longer, or else you will end up like my account, and have it flagged down. So example, if I go to this ad here, what you don't want is this crown text. Now as you can see, this is the image ad that I was using. So I tried to take myself out of the picture as much as possible. Now, the reason why I did keep this here was because I have Dave in the picture, and I have Dave in the picture, and Dave's in the sales video, so it's a pretty congruent message. So even though I'm here, I'm kind of being branded, but not really. So they'll know me when I'm actually following up, but they won't really think anything of it. So it really doesn't matter. What matters is that Dave is here, he's in the sales video, and he's the one that's going to be the person that they're actually making the decision. So this is actually when I figured out how to take myself out of the picture, get someone to pull out the credit card and simply make a buying decision based on someone who has the alien-like ability to sell and can back it up with an alien-like result and story. So if you can do that and still receive credit from it, then what happens is you can start putting numbers up, get your mindset in the right place, and now you can start having results influence more results. So Dave wrote this copy, Dave wrote this copy. I just pretty much copy and pasted, and then what I did was I put in some filler content in PowerPoint, just threw it all together, and I posted this ad, and what would happen is I was able to tap into that traffic. This went to my capture page. And so I actually used the True Story capture page since it had Dave on the picture. It had Dave and Dave on the picture there again. So they'd see Dave on the capture page, and that's how I was really generating my leads. And because it was set up in such a direct response fashion, because Empower Network is such a direct response program, then what would happen is people would simply make their decision based on his ability to sell and also on the countdown timer. What I was doing was I was actually masking this top link here so they couldn't go down to empowernetwork.com. They'd have to sit through the whole sales video to figure out what the hell it was before they just before they made their decision. Before they figured out what it was, then that $25 add to cart button would pop up, and then next thing you know, they would just simply say, well, it's only $25, let me just get in. And so that's how you can go ahead and create your first sale online. And what I'll do is I'll actually just go ahead and I'll post this image below this video on the blog post, so that way you can go ahead, you can get access to it, you can simply copy and paste, and you can start getting traffic, you can start getting results right now. And what I want to share with you is, again, what I want to do is I want to come over here, show you this ad. So this is the one I'm going to go ahead and paste, but you may need to set up one account per city if you're trying to scale up. I'm not going to go into detail of that just because I don't want to confuse you. But here, if you're wondering about the IP addresses, there's a system called, or a software called Hide My Ass, that'll actually allow you to change your IP address. So if you're looking to get into a different city, then this is the software that you are going to want to have. So you want to go to hidemyass.com. And with this software, what it will allow you to do is actually change your IP address. So if you're living in Atlanta and you want to be in Sacramento, then what you can do is you can actually click a button on there that will actually change your IP address so it'll look like you're actually in Sacramento, which is important because Craigslist actually track that stuff. And what you want to do is you actually want to have the number from that city too. So what I would do is I would either just network with people on Facebook, see if you can use their numbers, or I would come over to PBA Spot and just simply buy a number. So like if you want to post in Sacramento, you're going to want to have a 916 area code. If you want to post in San Diego, you're going to want to have a 619 area code, and so on and so forth with the different cities. You want to have the matching area code with the matching IP address and matching city, unless you just want to post in your own city. But what I've noticed is if you come back over here to the Alexa ranking, what you can do is you can actually scroll down like what I did, and you can actually come down to where visitors go on Craigslist, and you can actually see the percentage of traffic that goes to each city, and you can use that as a reference point depending on which city you live in. If you want to post in that city, or if you live in one of the cities down here, or if it's not even on the list, then maybe, yeah, you actually want to spend the time and the money to go ahead and invest in the software, so that way you can tap into a city with some bigger resources. Now, with posting in the marketing section, it's actually $25. It's $25 to go ahead and post in the marketing section for, I think it's like 18 cities, the 18 cities that have the most traffic. And so what will happen is if I come over and I click on click on marketing here, and I click on post, and so let's just go ahead and check the marketing option. So see, it says your current total is $25. And then what you'll want to do is you'll want to take that image that I gave to you and you're going to want to put it here, hyperlink to your capture page, preferably the true story capture page, because that, out of my own split testing, converts the best. And so you're going to want to have a posting title, maybe part-time bloggers wanted, part-time bloggers needed, something like that, or something else, maybe looking for admins, looking for marketers, whatever it is that you put, whatever it is that you want to get that ad, because they're going to be clicking from ad to ad anyways. So just put something in here, have them click it, and then this is going to be important where you have the image, because once you get the image up and you're in front of that much traffic, what's going to happen is you're going to have people that are clicking that image. Make sure you do click that part-time button so that way you get access to the traffic, to the real traffic that's on Craigslist. And what will happen is with that $25 ad, what happens is with our sales funnel here at Empower Network, and I'm not talking about all of the upsells from $100, $500, $1,000, or a $3,000 upsell where you get just about 100% commissions except for the last product, then you get to focus on breaking even with just a $25 sale. Now, you post an ad where you're getting that type of traffic, one sale at the $25 ad will break you even. And so anything after that will be in profit, not counting the upsells. So whatever you do, you want to fight to just go ahead and be able to get your ads posted. Now, lately, over the past month and a half, they're actually attacking these image ads, and they're actually they're fighting not to get them posted anymore. So it's a little bit harder to get those image ads up and running. But if you can get it, if you can tap into the traffic, then what will happen is not only will you be able to actually tap in the traffic and generate leads, but you will be able to get your first sale online because you won't be in the picture at all, which means someone's going to be making their decision based on someone else. And so that way you can go ahead and get credit for the result. And so that way you can start putting numbers up and you can start creating those viral blogging system sales. And if you're all in, be able to get access to those upsells as well. Now, again, I don't want to go into too much of being able to scale up and get into all the technical detail, because what will happen is you'll just figure out how to get these ads posted, because if you can get this ad posted with your hyperlink to your capture page, then you should be set. Now, if you want access to being able to get some of the deeper knowledge with how to get your ads posted the right way and being able to scale up and do kind of like what I did and get access to all of the cities here, then what I want you to do is I want you to just implement this strategy. I want you to just do what I'm saying to do and implement this strategy right now, even if you're only doing one $25 ad. Now, you'll get some traffic in the free cities. Now, some of the free cities don't offer the same amount of traffic, but you still might be able to get someone to just make a decision. But what I want you to do right now is just take this image, wherever you can find it. It's probably below this video. Take that image and post an ad right now. Get your first result. And I want you to come back to this blog post and I want you to shoot a testimonial video, and this is why. As soon as you shoot a testimonial video and you post the link, you post the YouTube link as a comment on this blog, then what will happen is I will give you instant access and direct access to my Craigslist product that is coming out next month. And so what you'll find in that product is actually how to scale up your Craigslist advertising so that way you can start tapping into more traffic and start tapping into more sales without having to deal with Craigslist. Because again, over the past month and a half, Craigslist has been attacking these image ads. You can still get up there and you can still fight for it. It does take a little bit longer to do, but what I want to share with you is a way that you can actually fly under the radar with Craigslist. So Craigslist doesn't even know that it's a home business opportunity ad. Other people don't know it's an affiliate program, and what's going to happen is you're going to tap into the same traffic while still be tapping into the direct response style way that people make a decision without you having to call people back and you having to personally follow up. Because what should happen is you should just be focusing on that traffic without you being a part of the picture, so that way you can build a business and have a life too. My name is Brian Kane. I'm out of Sacramento, California, and what I want you to do right now is just go ahead, post that ad. And if you haven't been on my blog before, then you can always scroll to the top. If you're not a member of Empower Network, come over to products and just click #1 viral blogging system and just take out your credit card and simply just get started. It's a no-brainer. It's 100% commissions, and there isn't any reason why, if you're in internet marketing and you don't have Empower Network, you should just get in, because it's crucial. It's crucial for you to be able to establish yourself in a community, and because this community is still fairly new, although it's done over $20 million in commissions in the past 11 months with just starting up, even though it has 50,000 people in it, because it's still a fairly new community, it's a great way for you to get in quickly, establish yourself as a leader, and be able to take that influence in other places. So if you don't have an Empower Network, just get in. And if you don't know what the ultimate co-op is, I encourage you to come to the top right now, click products, and go to #2, because I've actually partnered up with Chris Darty with the ultimate co-op, and he's actually going to show you, or I think I'm showing you in this video, how you can go ahead and get access to the ultimate co-op. So that way you can combine both things over here, and you can actually come over to our Facebook group here with Chris Darty as well, and myself, and go ahead and tap into the co-op that we're doing. So if you come over here, see Chris Darty, he's being kind of funny with Empower Network and his co-op resource over there. But go ahead, test this out on Craigslist. Go ahead, take action right now. I want you to do it now. I don't want you to wait a week from now. I want you to do it right now. I want you to go ahead, take that image ad, and just spend the $25. Post a campaign. If Craigslist doesn't let you, I want you to try it again, because you will get the refund. It might take a few days, but you will get the refund. I want you to try it again, because what's the worst that can happen? That you just don't get your ad posted, that you might take a few days to get your refund. I want you to do it again, and I want you to get your first sale right now. Now, if you already created those sales, then I still want you to try this system, because I want you to see the power in it, because I'm going to show you how to scale it up later. And I'm looking for the testimonials, so that way you can get more value as I give you access to the Craigslist platform there. But go ahead, take action on this. I promise you, it's going to be the best thing that you've ever done. It's going to be the best feeling to see you refresh your email and have commission notification after commission notification after commission notification rolling in, just because you decided to post a simple ad and you figured out how to take yourself out of the picture. And I promise you that this is going to be the one way right now, I'm 100% confident, where you can create your first sale online if you've never done it before. If you just simply tap into this resource right here and you do what I'm saying, you get this image ad and you post it now, and you do it right now. You don't wait till later, because this may not work for you in the future, because Craigslist might take down all of the image ads, and you might want to still do it while Craigslist is still allowing some image ads. And if you just do it now with a new account in the right city and the right IP address and the right phone number, that will allow you to do is Craigslist might skip over your account, so that way you can go ahead and post the image ad, be able to get one of those ads off and a really good campaign going, get access to those 1,700 clicks, and be able to get someone to actually pull out the credit card. And it's hard to do that if you're generating 30 to 50 leads, because these leads here, they're not the most qualified leads in the world, but they're also not the least quality leads in the world. So we're going for quantity over quality here, and I promise you, out of 30 to 50 leads, someone will pull out their credit card and someone will get started with you, and that's before they even get onto your list, where you have a chance to build a relationship with them. So go ahead, take action right now, and I want you to pull out the credit card. I want you to simply just take action on this marketing strategy right here, and try it. Test out a paid ad. I want you to test out a paid ad. Go to the Alexa rankings, see what some of those paid cities are where the traffic is actually hanging out, and just go ahead, test out the area, try to get your ad up and running, and you will have your first sale online. I can't stress that enough. Now, the reason why I'm going on and on and on a little bit is because I want you to understand. I really want you to understand that this isn't one of those strategies where I'm telling you just to do these magical things and then wait for a sale to happen. I'm telling you that if you just do exactly what I'm saying, if you take this image ad and you come over to Craigslist and you post it in the marketing section and you just refresh your email the next day, what you'll see is that you will have a commission notification coming in, simply because the numbers are there and the numbers play out. Now, there isn't any way that I can guarantee that. There isn't any way that I can guarantee that, but I'm just going to let the numbers speak for themselves, and I'm going to let you go ahead and take action. Again, this is Brian Kane out of Sacramento, California, and I'll see you on the next video, and I'm looking forward to the testimonial video, because I promise you, you will get the results. Take care.